There is a truth that your angels are whispering now, a truth that perhaps you have not yet allowed yourself to see clearly. Someone, a person you would never imagine, can't get you out of their thoughts. This person, unexpectedly, finds themselves constantly enveloped by memories of moments, small interactions, or even just the simple image of you. Although it's not something they've spoken aloud, it's something that is present, like an energy that surrounds them, without them being able to fully control or understand it. What your angels are trying to show you is that these silent connections, often ignored or minimized, possess a strength that goes beyond what you can perceive. And without you realizing it, this person has you on their mind more often than they would like to admit. It's not something planned, nor something they prepared themselves to feel. It simply happens, a need to be mentally close to you, to relive small scenes, or imagine conversations that never happened. The angels see and feel this connection that, for you, may still be hidden in the shadows. But know that even without obvious signs, this person carries a part of you in their heart. And discreetly but constantly, their thoughts return to you repeatedly. This presence in their thoughts doesn't happen by chance, nor is it something superficial. It's an energy that travels an invisible path beyond what the eyes can see. Perhaps you've felt at some point an inexplicable restlessness, as if you were being remembered or as if there was something in the air making you think of this person. This is the reflection of a connection that has already been established on a subtle plane, long before any deeper or clearer interaction. The angels are revealing to you that this person, whom you would never suspect, is enveloped by an internal force that repeatedly leads them to your name, your face, the memory of your voice. Perhaps they fight against it. Perhaps they try to push these thoughts away. But even so, they return. They return with an intensity that they themselves may not understand, as if there's something unresolved, something that needs to be experienced or at least understood. And it's at this point that you come in, as the center of a silent quest that they may not yet know how to name. What's most fascinating, and what your angels want you to understand, is that these recurring thoughts about you have a reason. Nothing in the universe is completely random, and this person who can't stop thinking about you is, in some way, connected to your destiny. This connection may be dormant. It may not have manifested clearly in your life yet, but the angels see it, and they know there's a greater reason for this constant mental presence. This person doesn't need to be physically close to you to feel this connection. It's something that goes beyond external circumstances, occasional encounters, exchanged words. It's as if on a deep level, they know there's something about you that can't be ignored, a detail in your being that keeps them attached, even if they don't have the courage to admit it openly. No matter how much they try to distract themselves or move on, these thoughts insist on returning, always stronger, always more present. The angels, who are guardians of these subtle truths, invite you to look within yourself and realize how this person may be emotionally closer than you believe. Perhaps they've disguised these feelings or hidden this connection, but your angels want you to know that their heart speaks of you, even when their mouth doesn't utter a single word. This silence is sometimes the language of the deepest feelings, those that are not easily revealed but are impossible to contain. Your angels want you to open yourself to this possibility. It may be that, until now, you've underestimated what this person feels, or perhaps you've never even considered that they could think of you so intensely. But now they ask you to notice the signs, to be attentive to what your heart already senses. There's something unspoken, something unexpressed, but that doesn't cease to be real. This person, who carries you in their thoughts, is waging an internal battle to understand why this constant presence, why it's so difficult to remove you from their mind. The angels, with their loving wisdom, also remind you that it's not up to you to force this revelation. This person's soul needs time to accept and understand what's happening within them. Often, the truest feelings are also the hardest to admit. But the fact that you're in their thoughts repeatedly is a sign that something is being awakened, a truth that sooner or later will come to light in a way that no one can deny. At this moment, it's essential that you trust what the angels are revealing to you. Even though there are no explicit signs or gestures that confirm this truth directly, what matters is what's happening in this person's heart and mind. They may not be ready to show it now, but the fact that they can't stop thinking about you is already a powerful indication that there's something to be explored, something that needs to be understood and experienced. The angels also ask that you continue on your own path, remaining true to who you are, without seeking immediate answers. What is destined to be revealed will do so at the right moment. What needs to be expressed will be expressed when both souls are ready to deal with the depth of this connection. Until then, trust that what is being told to your heart now is true. You occupy a significant space in this person's mind and heart, much more than you imagine. Your angels are by your side to guide you, to protect you, and to remind you that love in its various forms doesn't need to be rushed. It happens in its own time, grows at its own pace. And what is being built between you two, even if silently and internally, is something that has deeper roots than any spoken word or gesture made so far. Allow yourself to accept this truth without seeking rational explanations. The heart doesn't always follow the logic that the mind imposes, and the person who can't get you out of their thoughts knows this, even unconsciously. They may fight against these feelings, try to hide or even avoid them, but in the end they are inescapable. And just as they think of you more than they can admit, you are also, in a way, called to feel this in your own life. Now, with this revelation from your angels, the next step is not to act immediately, but to observe, feel, and trust. This connection, which seems so hidden, is blossoming somewhere in time and space, and you're at the center of it even if you don't realize it yet. This revelation doesn't come to light without purpose. There's a deeper reason for the angels to share this truth with you now. This person, who perhaps has gone unnoticed at times, whom you would never associate with this kind of feeling or thought, is in a process of discovery. The thoughts they nurture about you are not trivial, and this has a meaning that goes beyond the everyday, beyond superficial interactions or fleeting glances. The angels know that at this moment, you may be feeling a mixture of emotions, perhaps disbelief or even the sensation that this couldn't be true. But the point isn't what appears on the surface. What your angels want you to understand is that spiritual connections, those that truly touch the soul, often manifest in the depths of the unconscious, long before being brought to the light of consciousness. This person who carries you in their thoughts may not have revealed these emotions even to themselves. They may now be navigating a sea of doubts and undefined feelings, trying to understand why you keep appearing in their mind so persistently. It's not easy to deal with this kind of reality. For many, admitting that another person occupies so many thoughts can be frightening. This person may have resisted, ignored, or tried to push these thoughts away, thinking that over time they would dissipate. But what the angels are showing you is that this hasn't happened. They tried, perhaps even convinced themselves that they shouldn't think about you so much. But the truth is that these thoughts, instead of disappearing, have only strengthened, becoming more present and intense. What the angels want you to understand is that there's a reason for this. The ties that connect you two may not be visible to the eyes, but they're there, strong and firm. And it's these ties that make you resonate so deeply in this person's mind. You may not have realized it yet, but there's something in you that touched their heart in a unique way, something that can't be explained in words, something that transcends meetings, conversations, or any other interaction you've had so far. It could be your presence, your essence, the way you live, or even how you made them feel at a specific moment. Regardless, this connection was established, and now it's manifesting in ways that this person may not know how to handle. The angels are revealing that you're more important to this person than you imagine. They may not have given clear indications of this, but the fact that you occupy so much space in their thoughts is proof that there's something they need to understand, something that hasn't been fully processed by them. And this is no small thing. Think about the times when you, without apparent reason, were overtaken by a memory of them, or were invaded by an unexpected feeling. These moments are often signs that an exchange of energy is happening, even at a distance. And now you know this person is thinking of you, perhaps even more than you think of them. The angels don't show you this to create expectations or to make you cling anxiously to this revelation. They ask for calm and trust. What is being revealed now is part of a larger process, something that is still developing in both you and them. Often, what occurs in our thoughts and hearts takes time to manifest in the external world. There's a maturation period, a time when these emotions and thoughts need to settle and reveal themselves internally before becoming concrete actions. This person who can't stop thinking about you may, at this very moment, be reflecting on what this means. They may be questioning themselves, trying to discover why you occupy so much space in their mind. Perhaps they feel that something needs to be said or resolved, but it could also be that they're not yet ready to face these feelings, and that's why the angels ask you to be patient. Don't force the situation. Don't seek immediate answers. Just know that this person continuously and intensely is with you in thought, and that this alone is an indication that something important is happening behind the scenes of their soul. And it's not just about curiosity or occasional memories. When the angels say that this person can't stop thinking about you, they're talking about an emotional fixation, something that goes far beyond the surface. These thoughts arise at unexpected moments, in everyday situations, in silences that seem to shout your absence. Even if they don't talk about it, or you don't see any clear sign in their behavior, know that this is happening. There's an internal movement you can't see, but that the angels witness clearly. Your angels are by your side, whispering truths you may have been reluctant to accept. They ask you to trust what you feel, to believe in the strength of this connection, and above all to keep faith that at the right time everything will reveal itself more clearly. This person, who is trying to understand why you're always present in their thoughts, is also on a path of discovery. They need this time for everything to make sense to them, to recognize what's happening, and especially to accept the feelings that surface each time you appear in their mind. It's not easy for many of us to deal with emotions we can't control. And this person, like any human being, may also be dealing with fears, insecurities, or simply the difficulty of surrendering to what they feel. But your angels are sure that these thoughts they have about you won't disappear. They will continue to arise, increasingly stronger and more present, until they're forced to face them head-on. In this process, you also play a fundamental role. The angels wouldn't reveal this truth to you if it weren't important for you. They ask that you keep your energy elevated, continue being yourself without letting anxiety guide you. Trust in the natural flow of things, and know that even if you don't see concrete signs, something very powerful is happening within them. This person is feeling your presence in a way that goes beyond words, and in time, this will find a way to manifest more clearly. The angels also ask that you cultivate patience. They understand the human desire for immediate answers and quick results. But the deepest connections, those that truly touch the soul, require time to mature. And this time, as difficult as it may be, is necessary for true feelings to establish themselves without fear or insecurity. Ultimately, what your angels want you to understand is that love, in its essence, needs space to grow. It cannot be rushed or forced. What is real will always find its way back, and the person who now has you in their thoughts is gradually moving toward this understanding. They may try to distance themselves, they may even ignore it for a while, but the truth is that you have already occupied a significant space in their mind and heart. The angels see this clearly and are here to bring you this revelation, not as an empty promise, but as a spiritual truth unfolding before your eyes, even if you can't yet see all the details. This person, who may seem distant, is much closer to you than you might imagine. Over time, as they allow themselves to feel what's happening and open up to this inner truth, your paths will begin to align more evidently. Until then, stay strong, trust what you feel, and know that what is meant to happen will happen at the right moment. In the meantime, continue to be the best version of yourself, for it is this energy, this light, that keeps the connection between you two alive. Your angels are always by your side, guiding you, whispering these invisible truths, and helping you understand that love in its essence is a path that must be walked with patience, trust, and surrender. You are in this person's thoughts more than they can admit, more than they themselves understand. And this truth, now revealed to you, is an important step toward what is yet to come. If this message resonated with you and sparked reflections about your own connections and feelings, please leave a comment below. We want to know how you feel upon discovering that someone might be thinking of you more than you imagine. Share your experience and help others better understand these invisible bonds that often unite us without our realizing it. Subscribe to the channel to receive more messages from your angels, filled with revelations and spiritual guidance, And don't forget to leave a like if this text brought clarity or inspiration to you. Each of your interactions helps us continue sharing these profound truths and spreading more light.